Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Neva, earlier craft doctor. So I'm coming with a quick haulish video. All the stuff that you see here on my table came from the $1.25 store. So I have the embossing tool. I have what are these things called? They call craft scrapers, but you can use them just like a bone folder, and pop dots, and then dot adhesives right here. And what else did I get today? And oh, I got a container. But the reason why I'm showing you this, and this is kind of a one-off type of video, is because I'm doing my small group. And when you're doing like crafty groups and stuff, and you want to make sure everybody has the same thing, this is the perfect way to do it. So let me bring you down and show you what I'm doing. So I went online, and this case is the cases y'all know I use for when I'm doing my cards, and I pre-cut everything out to do the different kinds of cards. That's what these are. And these are just the 5x7 boxes that you can buy from like Michael's or Joann's in the container, and it has like 7 or whatever, or you can buy them individually. So I had a box of them, and I used the box they came in for something else, and I put them in one of the big, like this kind of box, this back up, like this box, and 10 fit in here, no, 11 fit in here, perfect, straight across with a little bit of room on the sides. So let me show you how I did this. So I went on, gotta stop saying so, but I went on Amazon and I bought scissors, so everybody will have a brand new pair of scissors, and the Elmer's glue, which I showed you in one of my demonstrations on how I use the Elmer's glue. Let me bring you down. How I use the Elmer's glue. And then I have some glue sticks, because like when we're doing flower making or something and you need to use your glue gun, and I'm going to buy I have 3 of these. I'm going to buy 2 more, so then we'll have 5, 1 use for every person. So when we're making stuff that requires glue guns, we have 5 glue sticks in here too. Then I have these A-Tech Crafters tape. I got these from Amazon, and it came with the refill, and I did a haul on these maybe a year ago or something, because I use them for my craft classes all the time. And then these are some bottles that I purchased. I don't know where I got these bottles from, but they were perfect for this. I'm clueless. I looked and looked, but a couple of them has the glue from the $1.25 store, because I couldn't find any more of those, because I don't know where I got them from. So, but this fits perfect in here. So you have to be kind of creative when you get your supplies, just to make sure that everybody has the same thing. You kind of want to make sure that everybody has the same thing. That's the way to go. You want to make sure everybody has the same thing in their container, right? And so now I have these little pop dots for things that, not pop dots, glue dots for people to use, and pop dots when we're popping up stuff. So that goes in the bottom of the box like that. Then we have the embossing tool that will go in here perfectly. And then we have the little scraper that will go in here. So this is like the Crafty kit. And so when they come to the craft class on Saturdays, because my time had to be changed, it's now Saturday at 10 o'clock, because I needed the facility to be available. Oh, I'm sorry, this camera mount, there we go, trying to make it even. So my time changed to 10:30 in the morning on Saturdays for the small group. But this is what you get when you come to the class, and everybody gets their own. So I have 11 of these made up, one for me and 10 people who sign up. I think I have 3 or 4 people signed up that's physically coming right now, but that's because my link was not working. So there's other people who wants to sign up, but this is what you'll get. So you can have your own like kit per se to use when you come into class. So you don't have to worry about hauling your own stuff to the class unless you want to. And so I have been making up these. I just came back. I'm in the middle of a class that's getting ready to start in about 8 minutes. But I went to the store right quick so I could pick these up so I can continue to make these for my class on Saturday. And now everybody will have their own tools to work with, because you know how when you get into a class and you don't have your own stuff and you end up having to share, and when you're ready for some scissors somebody else has them, or whatever the case may be. I didn't want that to be for my people. And then I was going to sign up as a demonstrator for Stampin' Up! Again, but it's too technical. Like you're not supposed to, because people do it, you're not supposed to have outside classes unless you're using Stampin' Up! A significant amount of Stampin' Up! Stuff and blah blah blah. And unfortunately for me, fortunate for my students, I have a lot of stuff, and so buying extra stuff to do the classes was going to be ridiculous, because it was like I could sign up for Stampin' Up! To be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Then of course I would have to follow all of Stampin' Up!'s rules, which we all who know me, I'm not necessarily a rule breaker, but I'm not also much of a rule follower either. Sometimes I like to do stuff myself. I'm trying to turn this glue upside down so when I put them in there, the glue is not leaking. I'm not a rule breaker, but if I have a project that I want to do, I don't want to be told I can't do it because I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And so that's the reason why I was like, what would be a better alternative? And so I was going to get all of this stuff on Amazon. I had put everything in my cart, and then I said, let me just run to the $1.25 store and see what I can pick up. And lo and behold, it had these pop dots. Excuse me, it had these pop dots. It had glue. I didn't really need but two containers of glue, because I had these bottles. It had these scrapers that you could use as bone folders. And so now each one of the students that come will have, up to 10 right now, will have their own supplies. And if I end up getting more than 10, I know what's in them. I know where to buy them. I can get them for them. And I'm so excited, super excited, that everybody will have access to their own supply use in the class, because this is just for use in the class. And if anybody see this that wants to bring their own, I'm okay with that, because people like to use their own supplies too. They like, I'm one of those people. I'd rather bring my own stuff than to use somebody else's stuff, but I have it available if you need it. And that was the important part, to have it available when people needed it, so that they can be able to enjoy their class and the craft experience. Because the way I'm doing the classes is I have the example of what the card is going to look like, and then I have paper. It's going to be set out on the table, so you get to choose the paper that you want to make for your project. And each table is going to be like round robin style. You go to the station that you're going to be making, or go to each station, cut out your pieces with the papers of your choice. And I'm providing it all because I have so much stuff to give, and I just really want to share what God has done for me. And this is the best way I know how, is to share my crafting ability. And so I'm going to share my craft supplies, and everybody will get a chance to make something different, because you won't necessarily have to choose the paper, because if your favorite color, or you're making something for somebody and their favorite color is green and I have pink, you're not going to necessarily be that happy. with your choice. And so I'm going to put out paper. So then, and I have enough die cutting machines that will be able to die cut anything that we want. Each station will have a die cutting machine at their station, so they can cut out the die that they need, or whatever they're working on, or however, you know, whatever we're doing at each station. So you'll go to each station, cut out your pieces with the measurements. My next thing, which I'll be doing all day after my press conference that I'm involved in tomorrow, I'll be working on instruction sheets for some of the things that I'm doing. I'll be typing them out. So I put a lot of pop dots, so this will go into my overage basket, because I did buy a lot of those. And I might go back and go get a few more of these stylists and stuff. One, because I don't want them to run out, which they probably won't, but I don't want to take the chance. And two, just in case if I get more people and then more than the 10 that's slated, I want to have supplies for them also. And so I think this is a great situation. Here's that other one that needs the glue. I think this is a great situation. So this was not a crafting video. It was kind of a let me show you what I'm up to video that's showing you if you're doing the same thing, this is an idea for you. If you're doing some crafting with your family and friends, or a situation at the church like I'm doing, that you can, I'm taking this off this bottle. They already have blue caps, but I really want them not to look so much different than the other ones, which I'm sure people don't care. I'm just, you know, like that. Anyway, so you could do this like with your church group, a senior group at a senior citizen home, something like that. And it'll give you the opportunity to have like a starting place, because I high and low looked for basic toolkits for card makers. I looked online, I looked on YouTube. It was always basic tools to use, but it wasn't like basic tools for like a class or anything. And then the other thing that people may need is a cutter of some type. And I did see some at Walmart, and I'm thinking about going to buy them. And scoring boards. But you could, I think the one that I seen is a scoring board in one. So this is what I wanted to do for today. I wanted to show you what I had going on. So this is not a video for crafting per se, but this is the basic tools you need for a workshop. Let's call it that. The basic tools for a workshop. Gotta go. Class is starting. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Harmony.